everybody, and welcome back to Heroes of Bastion, episode 8. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We're going to pick up a little bit after where we left off last time, after the attack on Homecoming. Maybe if my players can get it together, people.
It's not likely.
Not likely. I'm just going to keep going because the beginning is a monologue anyways. So we see a new screen, and we see a reporter standing in front of the school. The school has some fire trucks around it and some police. You know, there's lots of tape and stuff as they're cleaning up and picking up after the attack. And we see a news reporter, and he says, "There's a feeling of unease in Bastion this weekend after the Arkan High School's homecoming dance was interrupted by a villain. This villain bared a strong resemblance to the supervillain Rend, who has since disappeared. But this new villain was defeated by a group of unknown heroes and is now in police custody. But the question still remains, who are these new heroes? Where is Nova? Where is Rook? Where is Arcane? Where are the heroes of Bastion? But with this new villain captured, is this the end or simply the beginning?" And the image on the crystal shuts off within the rally point, and we see Rally's father sitting at the console, deep in thought. And he goes to pull out his personal crystal, and as he's beginning to type something, the elevator begins to descend, and he puts the crystal back in his pocket. And the group of you are on the elevator as Gilly has picked you up. It is the Saturday after Homecoming. Homecoming was on Friday, as you are all descending into the basement. Before we pick up from that moment, we're going to kind of do a little skip. We're going to kind of skip backwards just a little bit. So you've made it home after Homecoming, wherever your home may be. And we're going to kind of go in round robin about what you would have done immediately after Gilly rescued you all. She was arrested, the villain was arrested, and the school was evacuated, where you would have gone, what you would have done before being summoned to the rally point. So we're going to start with Nathira. Nathira, the battle was finished. You had won. The villain was arrested. What would you do after the dance?
Nathira would have asked Gilly to inform Burton what has happened. As Nathira probably would have hid behind Gilly when this was happening because she's scared of her dad getting mad. But, big topic points, she would have, because Clea, the nanny, would have been in. She would have been talking to Clea, because she kind of uses Clea as like a therapist of sorts. Nathira's been kind of withdrawn from people, even Burton a bit, even her own dad, and kind of just been talking to Clea and Rally mainly because she has never hurt someone before, and she is pretty messed up from when she knocked that one kid out and she thought she killed them. So those are the big things. The only other thing she would have been doing is like trying to like see if there's any other information online about that doctor. Okay.
So we're going to pick up with your conversation with Clea. So to clarify, does Gilly tell Burton that about you as a hero, or just tell you that there was something that happened at the school? Just to clarify, what do you want Gilly to tell?
Clea doesn't know if her dad's even allowed to know.
You said that you wanted Gilly to tell your dad.
Yeah, like what had happened. Basically she wanted Gilly to tell him what had happened according to what Gilly's allowed to say. Because she doesn't know.
So you come home from Homecoming, and Clea is setting some clean laundry in your room. And as you come in, she goes, "What's wrong, kid?" And she's got this kind of husky voice, I guess.
So there was a fight at Homecoming. And Rally and I got involved, and then some of our friends got involved, and I don't really fight. I don't know what to do. How do I say I'm sorry?
You got in a fight? Are you okay? Is anything wrong with you?
It wasn't my fault.
Well, I highly doubt you would ever start a fight.
Yeah, no. People were being mean to other people, and so we were trying to defend our friends, and yeah, Riley and I got into the fight. So
All right. Well, did you win?
how do you determine who wins if people are hurt?
Well, did you protect people? Because if somebody else started the fight and you jumped in to protect people, and the people were protected, then you win.
Okay, then I guess we won.
Well, that's good. And you're not hurt. Your friends aren't hurt.
I don't really know. I haven't talked to them since everyone got taken to go get injuries looked at and stuff.
All right. Well, how do you feel about being in a fight?
I didn't really like it. I don't know. It felt weird because I don't. You know, it's kind of like I don't think the other people meant to start a fight. Like if they meant to start a fight, that'd be one thing, but I don't think they meant to. I think they were kind of made to start the fight, so I feel really bad because I don't think they deserve to get hurt.
No, well, very few people deserve to get hurt. But you stepped in to protect people, and that's what's important. And she just kind of puts her hands on your shoulders, and she goes, as I said, if you were protecting someone, fighting isn't always the right thing, but sometimes you gotta fight to protect the important people in your life. And it's good that you don't feel good about hurting someone. But you should feel good about is you were a hero. You were protecting people, and that's a good thing.
Okay. Thanks.
Of course. Do you need anything, honey?
Just some chocolate milk.
Chocolate milk coming right up. Do you want the straw so you can make the bubbles?
Yes, please.
Of course. And she gives you a little kiss on the forehead and goes downstairs to make you your chocolate milk. Is there anything else Nathira would like to do?
She would at some point talk to Gilly about the doctor and kind of ask him if he could look up anything, because she didn't really find a lot and like convey the information that she had found on him. But besides that she.
Okay. So when we jump back to where we were, we can do that.
Yeah.
Okay. Rally. So the fight at the school had ended. The villain was arrested. Where would you go? What would you do in the evening before everyone meets in the morning?
I think first and foremost, I probably would have checked if Nathira is okay. Mm-hmm. And I guess when Nathira went home and did all of that, I probably would have gone to go check on Mabel.
Okay. So Mabel is carted off to the hospital. Mabel is taken to the local hospital on this level. So were you riding in the ambulance? Were you going with?
No, that probably would have happened while I was making sure Nathira was okay first.
Okay. Do you want to have that conversation with Nathira then?
Sure.
All right. So you all the two of you have blankets on your shoulders from, the police as they're getting all the kids and everything like that. You see the villain as being carted away in these heavy manacles and chains by the police, and the two of you have a moment to talk outside the school.
Are we injured? I don't remember how injured we are from last time.
You got messed up a little bit. Nathira did not. Lilac got hurt real bad, and so did Alea.
Woo!
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm just cold. But they gave me this blanket. Are you okay?
About as okay as I can be, I think.
How's your back?
Okay, I think. I don't know if there are any good chiropractors on this level, but I'm sure it's not really that big of a deal.
I'm sure Gilly could help. Gilly seems to be able to fix everything.
It's true. You can do that thing where you grab someone and you like lift them in the air, and then like you shake them like a cat, and then like their back like stops.
I don't think you want it. Okay, I don't think you want liquidy. How does your head feel?
I don't know. I got hit like pretty hard. I just wanted to make sure you were okay. You seem kind of frazzled.
Yeah, I thought someone died. So, just a little razzled. But
Well,
I feel fine.
Well, they didn't. They're still alive. So
That's good. Do you think we're gonna get in trouble?
I mean, worst comes to worst, I think they'll probably pin it on me, so you'll be fine.
I mean, you had wings.
I did have wings. That was pretty cool for like a hot minute, but then it was a little less cool when I turned into a vampire. But it's like its own kind of segmented
Giving
thing.
you what?
There's the form after the one with the wings. I got one with like bat wings. I think I went through all the ones. I think I've done all of them now.
Did you drink someone's blood?
No, I just like kind of stabbed him. But he's okay. I check over my shoulder.
They are okay. Like all of the students all of the students that were transformed that have now turned back are also being taken away, in stretchers.
I mean, they don't look okay, but yeah, cool. Yeah, maybe don't drink people's blood. That might be healthy.
I don't think I drank anyone's blood. I think
Well, it's just in the future. Maybe not do that.
Yeah, maybe not. That would be kind of freaky.
Just a little bit.
And Riley just lets that awkward silence hang for a bit as he does not know what to say.
Okay. All right. And I guess we'll pan away then from the awkward silence. Is there anything else, Riley, you would do when you go home that evening?
You'd probably just like go up to his room and wait by the like can phone just in case Nathira might need him. But other than that, if he has like a moment, he'll probably go see Mabel. But for the most part, he's just sitting by the phone.
Got it. All right. Alea. So you're getting a little like treatment, for your head, from, where you got slammed into the wall by the bird, and the talon wounds. And you see Jackson like tear through a crowd of students that are just kind of standing there, and he hustles up to the ambulance. He says, "Are you okay?"
Yeah. I'm good. I'm fine, really.
Oh, you're bleeding. Okay. You're bleeding. Oh,
I'm very cool.
I waited in the rock climbing gym, and you never showed up.
I got a little distracted.
I'm just glad you're okay. And he just kind of grabs your hands. He's like, I'm just glad you're okay.
Thank you. I'm sorry I made you worry. I didn't mean to.
I mean, did you found your friends?
Yeah, I did. We were okay. I mean, most of us got hurt, but
Yeah. I mean, I poked my head back in the gym to look for you, but you were gone, and there was these 4 people fighting the monsters. Did you see them?
No, I didn't. I got hurt. So I was.
Where'd you go?
I was looking for. I woke up and I started looking for Lilac.
He's gonna pierce the mask.
Oh God. Be nice.
So he rolled an 8.
Okay.
So he's gonna ask. Are you telling me the truth?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why? What?
No, I just don't know. I came back. You said you were gonna go look for your friends, and then you were gone. But then you woke up and you got hurt. But I didn't see you in the gym. So I mean, you said you're not lying, so it's okay. Don't worry about it. I'm just I'm glad you're okay. Do you need anything?
Maybe if you could like find my mom and tell her that I'm all right. She seems busy with everything, and I don't even know if she's gotten a chance to figure out where I am.
Yeah, I will find your mom for you. Yeah, and then he gives you a kiss on the cheek, like probably as gently as he can to avoid your injuries, and gives you one last squeeze on the hand. And as he runs away, the realization sets in. Your mom was supposed to chaperone the dance. And
I haven't seen her at all.
You have not seen her at all at the dance or in the aftermath.
I'll pull out my crystal, assuming that I have it and it's not broken.
Yeah, you still got it.
I'll shoot her a text, and I'll just say, hey, I haven't seen you, but I'm okay. FYI.
10 minutes go by. 20 minutes goes by. No response.
Do I have an equivalent of do I have like a location shared with her?
Yeah.
So I can see where she's at? I'm checking it.
Her phone is in the school.
Can I play a sound on her phone?
Are you going to start like going and looking for the phone?
Yeah. I'm going to get up like in the chaos of everything. I'm assuming I'm not the only one hurt, so I'm not going to
There's plenty of people, yeah. You begin to play like the ping, the find the phone, find the phone. And it takes you to the office. Her office. And it's sitting on the desk next to her keys.
And she's nowhere to be found.
The office is dark.
I'm going to start to snoop through her drawers and see if I can find anything on my sister.
Give me an assess the situation.
Okay.
Which
Cool.
sister?
Can I do both?
Can you do what?
Can I look for information on both sisters?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. Beautiful. Let's do it. That is a 10 minus 2.
An 8.
However,
Oh.
is this considered a like a what's it called, cache of equipment, like information for her?
I wouldn't say because it's your mom's office at school. This isn't like the Everbright household that is like literally like an arsenal in itself.
Okay.
This is just her.
Because I was gonna
office.
say I can change the roll to plus danger, if I'm like looking for like through her.
Okay, change it to danger.
Secrets.
Change it to
Okay.
danger.
With danger, that is an 11
Okay.
for assess the situation.
So tell me, you can tell me 3 things you're looking for.
Okay, beautiful. I want to look for who I want to look for who is the most vulnerable to me, and I will put that towards Lilac.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see what her vulnerabilities could be.
Mm-hmm.
I also want to see who here is the biggest threat. Hopefully gaining information about my other sister. And what here is the greatest danger.
Okay. So, Lilac, I'm going to actually defer to you on what vulnerability she would find in your file.
So, like her school file in that sense?
Yeah, it's like your personnel file, yeah. Or amongst Dia's stuff, is there something that she would find of yours or
she
in
is your stepmom?
Is there anything that she would find that is a vulnerability for Lilac? If you want to think about it, I can jump to the other questions.
No. I think the thing is, like, in the school file, like it is like pristine perfect, like almost incapably so. But I would think that if Lilac had ever, you know, those little family portraits that kids draw with the grass and stuff and the clouds and the sun.
Mm-hmm.
I think if Lilac ever drew one of those, Dia would have kept it.
What would it look like?
It would look like their family, I guess. You know, stick figure, like really sharp, like just drawn red hair and stuff and blonde hair.
Out of curiosity on there, is there another sister? Are you young enough to have drawn that and remembered that?
That's down to Alec. I have no idea.
There is not.
There is not. There you go.
There's not. There's just two.
There you go. So there's a weakness for you.
Okay. And then your other questions was who's most vulnerable. It was
what here is the biggest threat and what here is the greatest danger.
What here is in the greatest danger.
Mm-hmm.
So you dig like what is the greatest threat? And that initially brings you the curiosity, you know, kind of gets you about Avon. And you pull Avon's file. And while every other student has a file that's probably, you know, about this thick that has their middle school and elementary school, primary school, all that kind of like documents in it, hers has a single sheet that is just her admission to Arkham. And she has no other records within the folder. It does list a home address of a home in, let me just check my notes really quick, sorry. One moment. In Gentown. It lists an address in Gentown as her home address.
Okay, I'm gonna write that down. I'm assuming it was this year that she transferred?
Yes.
Okay. Got it.
But besides from that, there's nothing else in the file. As far as what here is in the greatest danger, you also find an incident report from some students getting caught with an illicit substance that's going by the name of Spark. And in the report, it's basically listing that it's making its ways around the school, and they have yet to find the source, like who's the dealer.
Who's listed as being involved in the incident?
The ones that were listed, it was found in the lockers of. Sorry, just give me 1 second.
Okay.
It was found in the locker of Alora Retton. It was found in the locker of Willow Oakdrop.
Okay.
Laura Retton and Willow Oakdrop. It was found in their lockers.
Okay.
So that is what you find in the office.
I'm assuming I don't know them since I'm so new to this.
Yeah, they're sophomores. You don't really know them. But basically they were caught in the bathroom. It was found, they were found in the bathroom doing it, and then it was found, a couple baggies were found in their lockers.
Okay.
And it's called Spark. All right. Anything else?
I'm gonna like silently close my mom's office and like slip back into stuff. You stated before that it was dark. Just for flavor, I'll have a small moment where Alea once again feels that sense of loneliness, having lied to Jackson. And I will slip through into the gym again through the shadows.
Okay. All right. Lilac. So you're getting a little bit more medical attention than the others.
Yeah.
But Aravan has not left your side. He is literally like standing almost like a guard dog. Just watching the doctors, making sure they're doing what they're doing, watching anyone that comes close, shooing away Yasmin and Yasmina when they come close. And he's just been kind of standing there like as a guard dog while you're basically sitting in an ambulance right now.
I think she has been fully trying to, I guess, like shoo doctors away from her and stuff as well, and like has been refusing like a lot of stuff because she's like, the longer I'm here, the more risk I have of my wounds healing and them not knowing why.
Right.
So she's like, so I need to dip like as soon as possible. So I think as soon as like the doctors have like finalized that she's patched up enough, she is gonna be like moving to take Aravan's arm and just kind of gesture for him to help her like out of there.
He, without skipping a beat, scoops you up into like a piggyback, and like wraps your arms around his shoulders, and he just goes as the doctors like are yelling like, hey, get back here, and he's just hustling away with you on his shoulders until you're a little bit farther away, and he goes, so where are we going?
Okay, well, we all need to find out where the police are going to be holding that bitch Avon.
Yeah.
Because they're not going to know everything that we know.
Right. And maybe we shouldn't tell them what we know?
We should not tell them what we know.
Yeah.
The only way that we could ever interact with them is in our hero forms, and in our hero forms, they're going to do us in for not being documented.
Right. Fuck the cops. So
honestly, yeah.
We can figure it out on our own, right? And
sure. We just
how are you dealing with it, by the way? And he's like talking to you like over his shoulder as he's still like walking along the street with you on his back.
I think she's like trying to like awkwardly like grab her phone and like scroll through like a text that she had with like Rook before he vanished and stuff, and then text with like Riley's dad Jonathan and such, before kind of sighing and like just pressing her head to like the nape of his neck before deciding we need to get some eyes in the restricted area.
I mean, I suggested we go up there before shit hit the fan. Maybe when you're feeling a little bit better, we can take our little field trip.
Sure, yeah, we need to get some of Jonathan's cameras. See if we can get any installed up there.
Yeah, we can do that. But
we scope out the area, we don't stay long. We dip out, we get eyes up there so we can monitor it.
Sounds like a plan to me, but right now, I think you need some rest.
She's gonna like sigh again, and I think like put her phone like awkwardly like away, and then just hold on to him, and she doesn't respond for a little while before she kind of just squeezes him slightly and goes, "Thank you for helping me."
Always.
I appreciate it. You really haven't known me long. And you took some big hits for me, so thanks.
Well, something about you. I don't know what it is, but I don't take superpowered punches to the face for anybody. Just saying.
That must be my charismatic personality that really draws you in, huh?
No, it's the bitchy attitude, honestly.
Yeah, you're a masochist then.
Yeah. And he just continues to walk down the street with you, taking you to the rally point to stay. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
No, I think she'll just be bantering with him back and forth. But I think like it's distracting her a lot from everything that's going on in her head. But yeah.
Okay. All right. So the two of you head back. Okay. That's everybody. So now we're going to jump back in time, or jump back forward in time. Thank you. As you all received a text from Gilly that he was going to be picking you up in the morning because Jonathan needed to see you all at the rally point. And you're all descending in the elevator with Gilly. All five of you. Eravin is with you as well. And basically he's leaning on a chair as the group of you come down. And he goes, all right. So we have a lot to talk about. Both Rook and Arcane have gone missing as well. And I can't get a hold of a lot of the old guard. A lot of people from the glory days. People aren't answering. And he kind of looks awkward. He goes, there's something else. The police haven't been able to get any information out of that villain you all fought at the school. And one of our people on the inside who are, worked with the heroes, helped us kind of get things moving, basically told me that the only thing she said is, I just want to talk to my sister. And so we made a little arrangement, keeping your identities hidden. And he clicks a button, and in the back of the Rally Point cave, you see this crystalline cage rise up out of the ground. And you see, bound to a chair is the red armored figure. And he goes, I pulled a few strings in exchange for whatever information we get out of her. And you see she's in this basically, like, imagine like a glass box, essentially, like the one that Hannibal was kept in, except it's made of this like crystalline substance. And she's basically chained and bound to this chair. She's chained at all of her appendages that are locked in place. She's got this sort of like almost arcane looking collar around her neck. And she still has the helmet and part of the armor on, as it's a bit broken and bashed up from the fight between Lilac and Eravin and her. And she's just sitting in the room, kind of rocking back and forth. And he turns to look at Nethira, Alea, and Lilac, and he goes, which one of you are the sister?
How do you know it's not me?
Rally.
I know.
And he gives you like that dad look, like,
I'm just saying, we have the room for a dog, but you wouldn't let me get a dog, but we can hold this girl captive inside of our weird cave.
Lilac is gonna be, I think, like, she's gripping her hands into like her fist and trying so hard to contain her anger. And I think she's gonna say, it's me and Alea, but I don't think it's me she wants to talk to.
And Jonathan turns his eyes to Alea. Do you feel comfortable? I mean, I'll be here this whole time. She tries anything, you'll be out of there in a blink of an eye, and she'll be back in lockdown.
I'll be okay. Lilac? maybe you should be the one to stay.
I think Lilac is gonna like kind of click her neck, and she's gonna take a deep breath and go, all right, fine, I'll stay.
Would you mind giving us a little bit of time? And Alea's gonna turn to everyone else.
No one's going to be able to hear anything that happens inside the cage.
Okay.
It was made to contain a spellcasting villain years ago, so it's silent.
Got it.
Which one?
It was Weather Wizard.
His run was sorely lacking, but
Riley,
sorry.
I don't think this is the time.
Nope.
I was curious.
Capes and tornadoes don't mix.
So that's why he only got 2 issues.
Anyways, Alea, are you ready?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you see he puts on this like armored gauntlet that's got like these arcane stones around it, and he puts his hand to the cage and twists something on the gauntlet, and we see the crystals kind of melt away, revealing a doorway. And he goes, "After you."
Alea will enter and then like look back at Lilac for reassurance.
Lilac will give her like one sure nod, but she won't make a move to follow her yet.
And Jonathan pulls his hand away, and the crystals form back up, form the door. And you see in front of you is Avon sitting bound to the chair. She goes, "You made it!"
Yeah. You asked for me.
Yeah, I didn't want to talk to any of them. None of them would understand, but I know you will.
Avon?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Oh, well, we're fixing it. We're fixing everything.
What are you fixing? Nothing's broken.
Nothing's broken? Nothing's broken. Okay. So, and you see she's just kind of like having this like her eye, like one eye that's revealed behind the helmet like twitches just a bit, and she goes, "This whole place is broken. This whole city is corrupt. Don't you think it's weird that we're stuck here? That no one leaves? That no one can go anywhere? And we just have to do what they say to keep them rich and keep them in power and corrupt? Don't you think that's weird?"
Alea doesn't say anything, but is actively listening.
And everything is staged. Everything's fake. The heroes and the villains, the council made them. They made them.
No,
Yes. What do you think was on the restricted level? They gave them the powers. They may have not known it, but they did it on purpose.
Is that why they gave us stuff?
No, that's the kicker. Then they altered them in such a way that their children would have the same spark, that they'd have the same capability to have powers one day. And when I got out of control, they shut it down, got rid of everyone. They wiped your memory, they wiped Lilac's memories, they wiped my memory, and put me in a little house. They took everything from me. They're broken, and they are corrupt, and they're all in on it.
How did you remember?
They showed me the light. I saw the will of the world, and they showed me what I had forgotten. And she leans forward really close, even though no sound escapes, and she goes, "The will. They showed me the way."
Is that who helped us?
Yes. In a way. There are people on both sides hiding in plain sight. And she looks over at Jonathan. He was a part of it. Your parents were a part of it. All of your parents were. Why do you think you four specifically had powers?
Well, I don't know, our GPAs?
No. We were made this way.
Who would ever want to make me powerful?
There's so much that needs to be done and needs to be undone. And we can get those answers. But we need to break it. We need to break free. And I want you to do it with me. I want my sister back.
We can't leave everybody behind.
Oh, no. We will free everyone. We'll free them from the corrupt council. We'll free them from these walls. Don't you want to see the nature that's beyond here? That's not grown in a lab and used with, and fed with artificial sun. Don't you want to see the real sky? The real forests?
There's nature beyond here?
There is a world elsewhere, outside of here. And they keep us in here and keep it from us.
They have to keep us, because they're keeping us safe, right?
It's a lie. It's a lie started by a paranoid, old, rich man. And then when they figured out that they could get rich by keeping everyone in the same spot, that they could control everyone and everything, they kept up the lie. But the world outside, I've seen it. It's at peace. There is no war. There is no monsters from space. It's peaceful.
At this point, Alea grabs Avon's hands.
They're bound to a
kneels
chair,
down.
so
Yeah.
you kneel next to her on the chair.
I'm still holding on to them.
Mm.
Avon, I want to help you. I don't know, we don't know each other, but
I know you. We do know each other. We're sisters. They just made you forget.
remember, I don't know what you are to me.
I'm
What you
your
are to
sister.
Lila?
What do you mean you don't know? I'm your sister.
I know. I want to make things easier for you. Maybe
Then help me. Help us. Join us.
I'll try to help you the best I can, but maybe it doesn't look like how you want it to. Sometimes in life, things just don't look like how you want it to.
No, this is wrong. I'm your sister. You should be helping me.
As soon as it looks like Avon's getting aggressive,
Mhm.
Lilac's gonna tell Jonathan to let her in.
Jonathan will put his hand on the wall. The crystals will crack away.
Mm-hmm. Lilac is like instantly in and like a hand on Alea's shoulder, and she's like, "I'm sorry, am I interrupting something?"
Oh. The one who just falls in line. The one who fights so hard to escape her dad's shadow, but fights so hard for his approval. You were always mean to me.
It's probably because you're a bitch.
At least I don't need daddy's approval for everything and everything I do.
Apparently you need Alea's.
Because unlike you, I care about family.
Yeah, no, I really felt that, you know, when I got electrocuted and thrown into a wall.
Because you're weak, unlike Alea, she's strong. She's stronger than you are.
Lilac will let go of Alea at that point, and she won't move far away, but she has crossed her arms. She goes, I don't need to be stronger than her.
To manipulate her? To make her feel small?
Avon,
Like you did to us when we were kids?
Avon, stop. Lilac's not like that. She just wants to protect us, and
She wants to
just
protect the image of the family. Why do you think the news for your dad being missing didn't break for 2 weeks? People didn't start looking till just now.
Lilac, did you make sure that no one knew Dad was missing?
Of course I did. Think about it, Alea. The strongest superhero goes missing after a fight at his own home. The panic that would bring.
We could have been looking for him.
Other
People could have been looking for him.
Other people wouldn't be able to do what Jonathan has been doing, what Rook was doing, what I've been doing.
And you couldn't have done it at the same time?
You just don't understand, do you?
And Alea outwardly is quiet, but she's going to try and access that part of her brain that connected her to Avon in the first place. And speak only to Avon.
Okay. I mean, it's there.
Yeah.
It's there. And you're in that kind of blackness, that empty space. And she goes, this seems like it's going well.
I don't understand. Lilac's right.
About what?
I don't get it. I don't get how other people go through pretending like everything is fine, and is everything fine for them? Am I the only one that's not? That's not that same kind of calm and connected.
It's all an act. Your sister pretends to keep it together. Just like she pretended your father wasn't missing. It's all an act. It's all a mask. It's okay to not be okay. But we have a chance to fix things so that people like Lilac and like Dad can't get away with what they've been doing. So that people like us can have a chance.
I don't understand.
Are they just staring at each other at this
So
point?
this is like happening in milliseconds. Like
Okay,
this is
cool.
like, and then we're gonna come back to the present. You don't have to understand everything right now. But when the time comes and a choice is presented to you, I hope you choose the right one. And she hugs you.
Lilac at this point still sees
She hugs you in the
nothing.
mind.
Yeah. But as Avon hugs her, you'll see in real life Alea's shoulders just like slump with this release of tension that you didn't even notice was there. And in her mind, right before it cuts off, I think I will. And then she'll end the connection.
Okay.
Lilac, I think, has just been like stewing over the fact where she was like, you just don't get it. to Alea, and then she turns and looks over at Ava and goes, "Really rich of you as well to bring up our father's different parents when it's your fault. Where is he? I know he's in the restricted section somewhere. Where and why?"
Do you miss Dad? Do you miss him? All that attention he'd give you, right? You want that back?
Answer the question.
What do I get if I answer the question?
You don't get clocked in the face.
Your boyfriend hits harder than you. I'm not scared of that.
Can I unleash my powers and clock her straight across the face?
Yeah, go ahead.
That is going to be an 8.
Okay, so it's going to...
Wait!
Oh, what?
Can I use the new ability that I have, which is I can... Oh, that's when I directly engage a friend. Never mind. I was excited. I'll use it later. Carry on.
So give me you can either choose, do you want to mark a condition or want the release of your powers to be unstable?
Odds its condition evens it's that fell off. Let's try again. It's evens, so I forgot what I decided that was.
I don't remember either.
Unstable.
All right, we'll do unstable.
So you
this could
you clock her across the face, and you put some power into it, but you're still a little worn out, right, from the night before. But what you see is when you clock her across the face, you see the energy kind of crackle across her armor for a second, and you see the cracks in her armor begin to reseal.
Oh, shit.
And you hear a little bit of groaning as the chains begin to flex a little bit, as this crackling begins to spread across her armor.
I hate you so much.
I love you too, Big Sis.
Don't call me that. Alea, did you actually get any useful information out of her?
Yes. Yes, Lila.
Great. Anything pertaining to Dad or the other missing heroes? Or is it just about, like, the kids at school and stuff?
No, nothing with that, but Alea will look directly at Lilac and then turn back to Avon. Please tell us where he is. He's your father too.
Yeah, he is. He's in the restricted section.
Oh, no. Right.
He's
Okay.
taking a nap.
Okay. I suppose the other superheroes are with him too? Rook and the others?
She just keeps eye contact with Alea and doesn't answer you.
Right. Of
Are they?
course.
The other heroes, some of them are there, some of them are not.
Where in the restricted section could we find them?
That I can't say. I'll get in trouble.
With who?
Again,
Yeah,
eye
no,
contact with
Lilac,
Alea.
Lilac's gonna keep saying it because she's hoping it will help probe, encourage Alea to probe.
Alea is not going to ask or push that one.
Right, well, no use wasting our time with this one. She's good for nothing.
Oh, I
Lilac,
was good enough to beat you. Oh, and Dad. He's gotten slow in his old age.
Avon.
He's gotten weak.
Are you scolding her, Alea?
And what are you doing?
I'm not holding a sense of familiarity with you. That's
Just
why.
because you don't remember. But you will.
And you know what? No, I'm glad not to. After all, if you're worth remembering, wouldn't I already have those back? And then she's just gonna leave.
And Avon just turns her head to you, Alea, and goes, see what I mean?
I'm sorry. And then Alea will follow Lilac out.
Mhm. And as you leave, Avon's just humming to herself. Just,
Is it a song I recognize?
It's a lullaby from when you were kids.
Okay. Of course.
And as you come out, Jonathan, and what we're gonna kind of like retroactively like have conversation between Jonathan and Nathira and Rally. Jonathan kind of sighs a little bit and he goes, so those monsters that attacked you, they transformed back into kids?
Yeah,
Mhm.
pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know how they transformed?
Do we?
Somebody
Um,
does.
I don't think I do.
Yeah.
How?
I think they're doing drugs.
Is this why you always told me I wasn't allowed to do drugs when I got older?
There's many reasons why you shouldn't do drugs, Rally. Nathira, you said they took a drug and that's what made them change?
I just saw there was. I found out that there was 4 students, the ones that, I recognized them later when they transformed back, but they had white powder from like a little packet and they were in the bathroom sniffing it. I don't know if that's what happened, but I know that that's
Well, there is a
something
new street
they-
drug making its way around, so it's possible.
what's a street drug?
It's a drug that is distributed illegally on the streets.
What's that one?
What it's being called in the paper is Spark.
Spark.
Does it have a different nickname?
No.
Oh,
Why?
well, you said in the streets. I didn't know if it was called somewhere else, like when you're not outside.
Like when you're not on the street?
Oh.
Mhm.
No, it's just called Spark. Well, if this kids at your school got it, means somebody at your school is dealing it.
Do you think maybe they keep it in their locker?
It's possible.
We could just go through every locker in school?
Yeah, we could just do that. Or like Alea's mom can.
Oh yeah, she's the principal.
She is the principal. She could just go through everybody's locker. She probably got the keys for all of them.
Do they have keys or do they use like
Rally,
Uh-huh.
Rally, then Thera, focus.
Hmm?
Okay. So Rally, I can't believe I'm gonna say this.
You're gonna tell me to do drugs?
Not do them.
No.
Oh.
I need you to try to buy some.
You want me to buy drugs?
Don't say it like that.
Is this
I'm
like
I'm
a
gonna tell
mission?
mom you told me to buy drugs. This is gonna
Mom
be so
comes
funny.
home today and you will tell her nothing. I have to figure out how to tell her that my son has superpowers, okay? She's going to kill me, okay?
Well, consider it payback for when you taught me stuff before homecoming. But
that was useful information.
and
right.
so is me having superpowers. You imagine how much publicity we could get for this place?
Absolutely not. There's also
Rally point.
we also going to be in grave danger if it ever gets out.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Because your mom doesn't do what we do. And anyways, I need you to try to go to school on Monday, and I need you to see if you can find out where this drug is coming from. Because if this turns students into monsters, we got to find out where it's coming from. Can you do that?
I guess. Do I look like somebody who could buy drugs? I turn to Nathira.
I don't. She's like dashing her eyes between Jonathan and Rally.
Just a big goofy smile.
It would be less suspect if you try to buy drugs than myself. All right, at a high school. So you'll be fine.
We said it was on the streets. Why don't you just go to the streets?
Because we need to find out who's dealing it in the high school.
How do we ask? Do we get like pamphlets at?
We could we hold a
Nope.
a club meeting,
Nope.
and
nope,
we're like, yo, who
nope.
has drugs?
Nope. You just find.
Do we just
Go
go to
to a-
random people and ask for Spark?
No, for fuck's sake.
Is
okay.
Bluebird here?
Bluebird's like fucking like just chain smoking, listening to this conversation.
Ervin, where do you get drugs?
And he like exhales, and he goes, "I know some people that we can ask.
Look at that.
I'll
You're great
I'll-
at this.
I'll get your kid some drugs, sir.
Also, so he's gonna get us the drugs. That seems a lot smarter. He's got like the, you know, he knows the streets, right, Bluebird?
And he
Grew up
could just
on the street.
he just kind of pats you on the back. Yes, I know the streets, Nathira. Very good. Yep. Doing great.
We're learning so much today.
God. Yeah, I'll find out where it's coming from, and we can see if we can put a stop to it. And Jonathan just kind of gives a sigh and goes, "Great. Sounds like a plan."
Oh,
I think during this
Jonathan, that doesn't look good. Nathira would point over as Lilac punched Avon in the face.
Oh, well,
Um,
and Bluebird is like steps forward, and he's just like, now his eyes are locked on the cage, and Jonathan's like, "Well, and then it looks like the conversation continues, and then Lilac storms out, followed by Alea.
You know, when they interrogate people in comics, it usually ends with a fist fight. So I think we're on the right track.
yeah. So, girls, what'd you find out?
By all means, Alea. You got more conversation out of her than I did.
Oh, that's nice.
Dad and the other heroes are on the restricted section. There's some people who knew that superheroes were gonna have children like us.
What?
I'm looking straight at Jonathan as I say that.
I mean, I assume it would be understood that like superheroes who are famous would probably have kids. I don't know. If it's
Right.
like
Right, exactly.
I mean, children who can have
Jonathan,
powers like ours.
Jonathan, are you a secret hero?
No, I just made
my
the
dad is a
equipment.
regular hero.
I made the
You're a
equipment.
hero to me, Dad.
Thanks, Riley.
You're welcome.
Can I
Yeah,
pierce the mask?
Yeah, go ahead.
She's only doing this because she knows that. Well, I don't add anything to that. That is just going to roll 2. 5, 9.
9. So 9 gets you.
Ask 1.
You get 1 question.
Can I just ask if he looks like he's telling the truth when I asked him if he's a hero?
When he said when you asked him if he was a hero, and he said that, like, you know, no, I just made the stuff, he was telling the truth.
Okay.
During this part of the conversation, as much as Rally is joking around, you would notice that his like fists are completely clenched, like turning white almost.
You would have noticed, Rally, that when Alea said they knew that their kids would be, you know, would have superpowers, you saw your dad just for a moment, for a split second, his expression dropped and then resumed back to the stoic. But you would be the only one that would really see this because it's your dad. You know him.
Not saying anything.
Well, that is concerning that they're on the restricted level. We'll have to try to organize some sort of rescue party, but we need we need more information before we just go barreling in there.
I was thinking that we could install cameras. A couple of us could go up, install some cameras, see if we can get some information on that. I also managed to get a kind of blueprint of the restricted section from the council.
Okay.
Leia and I go, we can disappear.
That's true. Wait, no, not
There is more.
Oh.
Well, I found Avon's home address. And a few weeks ago, some students got caught with something called Spark.
Oh,
a
that's
drug.
what the other
Street
kids
drug.
were doing.
Yeah, Bluebird's gonna get us some.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. What are you doing?
We're gonna find out because Nathira said the kids took a drug and that's what turned them into the monsters. So I'm gonna find where the drugs are coming from.
You might want to start with Allure Retin and Willow Oak Drop.
Hippies, right?
I mean, we could, or why don't we start with the kid who's still inside you, Alea?
Is that a
Kid,
Is he alive?
you have a kid that's inside of you?
I don't
Not
even
in
know.
that
What did you
way.
do during homecoming?
Have you even tried to get him out?
Of course I've tried to get him out. Do you think I'm... Of course I've tried.
Dad, how do you get a
Alright, then
kid
what
out of
is
a
stopping
person?
you? Alea creates these voids. I traveled through and she created like a portal for me at some point, and I heard him in there.
You think you could go in and get him out?
I mean, it's what it sounds like to me is he's on some sort of pocket dimension. He's in a pocket dimension demiplane, something like that.
That only Alea has access to.
Well, if Arcane was around, we could get in there and figure it out. But I don't have the magic know-how to try to access pocket dimensions and
No,
other planes
no.
of existence.
it's okay. Alea, you think you could let me in there and hold it open long enough?
Maybe get some
Yeah.
rope.
Yeah.
Sure, we'll
I think
get some
so.
rope.
I mean,
Bluebird's like, wait, hold on. You're gonna go into a black hole?
Sure.
It's not really a black hole. It's well, I don't know exactly.
Do you
I've
have
like
your
gone
head?
through it once, I guess. So
That was instinct. It might be a little harder for me to hold things open.
well, do your best. After all, you're stronger than me, aren't you?
Lilac, I think she was just saying that to get a rise out of you.
Here's the thing. That sort of shit works.
I want to pierce the mask.
Okay.
Can I assess the situation as
Yes.
well?
Yes.
Okay.
Can I leave?
No.
That is gonna be a 6. So I don't
Yeah, I
think
got
that
a
that's...
6 too.
Mark yourself a XP
Yeah.
potential. What'd you roll, Chris?
And the marker potential.
Oh, all right.
Welcome to the club, gang.
There's just a lot of like information flying around, and the two of you are trying to see, the truth, or see what's going on, and it's just a lot to take in. And Jonathan goes, do we think that? I don't know if that's a good idea for you to walk in there, especially if she's not sure if she can control it.
Oh, then
then
what do
you're
we
gonna
do?
be-
Just leave the kid in there?
Maybe
It's been
the
like a
glove
week.
could help.
It's been like 2 weeks.
It's been like 2 weeks.
I mean, I can alter time though. So
been
who
2
knows?
weeks,
Maybe
but are
he
we all
has-
Just,
Maybe he's been in there for decades. We don't know.
are we just okay with leaving him in there? Someone who we now know is entirely innocent.
I would like to not have him inside me.
In whatever pocket dimension you've got, yeah, absolutely. Also, Jonathan, a heads up, I'm pretty sure I fucked up some of the chains in there, and I am sorry about that. It appears that when she is physically injured, she does get stronger from it. I forgot that in our last fight.
Okay. And he presses a button and the crystal cage like descends back to where it was.
Mhm.
Can I make note of which button that was?
Yeah, it's like right. It's right on the. It's right on the.
Ooh.
It's right on the console. It's right on the console. Yep. All right. Well, here, and you see Jonathan grabs a harness and like puts it, like gives it to you, Lilac, and like basically like hooks a long cord, extending cord to one of the metal poles.
Oh,
All
that's
right.
not a support column.
All right. Lilac's gonna transform. She's so angry all the time at the moment, so I don't feel like she has to really do much.
Infinite rage.
Nope.
She just hulks out at any given point. It's my secret cap. I'm always angry. And then she's gonna kind of just roll back her shoulders, and I think she's still very achy. But yeah, and she just kind of looks to Alea and kind of gestures to her.
Okay, I can do this. And Alea immediately can transform because I also have the conditions afraid and insecure marked, so I'm going to chop that up to constantly lonely.
Oh boy.
Yep.
And she creates this large black hole that is just barely big enough for you to like step through. But it does seem to hold for the time. I'll let you, Alec.
Bluebird grabs your hand really quick, Lilac, and goes, Don't be stupid. If it's not worth it, just bail. I can go instead if you want.
It's
He
okay.
does have the cool helmet and the chains.
Yeah, but I have the speed and the strength.
You are a badass.
That's one way to put it. Listen, one life isn't worth more than another. We're getting him out. I'm tired of it just being a talking point.
God, that's hot. All right. And he just kind of
Keep it in your pants, Bluebird.
At that, it becomes easier for Alea to control.
And the black hole is there.
All right. If it looks like it's closing, start pulling.
And
Okay.
Bluebird's got his hands on the rope. Understood?
Sure. All right. And then she's gonna like kind of take a breath and then just I think like run in.
Okay. You run into the black hole. Okay.
And roll a new character.
Okay.
All right.
So
On it.
you, as soon as you step in, it's like you're walking on water. Like you're surrounded by darkness, but every time you take a step, you see there's like a ripple in this boundless space. And you see the light from where you were behind you. And you see Bluebird standing there holding the rope, while the others watch.
Are there any ripples coming from the opposite direction?
Give me an assess the situation.
Please be good to me. That's not good to me.
It's plus superior.
Yeah, well, that doesn't help with 2 1s.
Oh, well.
So that's a 4.
Okay. So you begin to like look around. And as you're looking around, like the weight of the darkness that you're in, it kind of begins to creep in and you begin to panic a little bit. And when you turn around, the light isn't there anymore. Where you were isn't there anymore. Bless you.
Bless you.
Bless you,
What?
Thank
Nathira.
you. I thought I muted
This is
myself.
very
I
serious.
unmuted myself.
What do you do?
Sneeze close the
Lilac?
thing.
I think the first thing that she tries to do is definitely calm herself in the situation. She's thinking, okay, this isn't space. This isn't a physical place. This is a layers pocket dimension. So I can't just go barreling through this thinking that physics and logic will apply here.
Mhm.
So she's going to try and calm herself and then just The kid's name was like Mike or something, right?
It was Billy, I believe.
Oh, Billy. Yes, it was Billy. I'm like thinking, what's a generic boy name? Billy. Okay, I think she'll just try and call out his name instead.
Are you like walking through the space calling out his name?
I think she won't walk anywhere so far. Like, I think she'll stay where she is because she knows that she didn't go anywhere in that sense. So, physically, she's like, logistically, the wire is still there behind me.
Mm-hmm.
I'll see how the space responds to me calling out to him.
So you start calling and calling and calling and calling, and your voice, like, it's almost like muffled. It's like there's nothing for your voice to bounce off of. So your voice doesn't travel very far. But as you're like looking behind you and you look back and you see there's a row of torches now lighting a path.
Creepy, but sure. And she'll walk down those.
As you begin to follow this path, you begin to feel a staircase underneath you, as your feet are now no longer on top of this watery surface, but now beginning to pass through, leading down.
All right, she's gonna check that the harness is still definitely attached to her at the back.
Mm-hmm. All of you in the outside, it looks like Lilac is just walking around yelling, for the name. That's what you see.
Interesting.
This is a lot less dramatic than I thought it'd be. Does anybody have lunch plans? Do you want to maybe order pizza?
Back into the void. So Lilac, what do you do?
I think she's gonna keep stepping down. But I think she is wary.
Okay. You begin to walk down, and as you get to like here, where like basically that layer of darkness is like right at your neck, do you stop or do you just go under?
I honestly think she was like treat it like water and just kind of take a breath and then go down.
So you go down and immediately you feel heat. You feel warm, like really warm. And you see you're on this stone staircase that's leading down to this very large stone platform that is above a bubbling lava of a lake of lava.
What is happening?
And you see there is a chair on that stone platform. And there's a figure sitting in that chair. And a figure standing next to him.
Does that figure in the chair look like a schoolboy?
So you see the one that looks like a schoolboy is the one that's next to him, kind of like kneeling.
This staircase is the only exit from this point?
Yes.
All right. I don't think she's stupid enough to think that her presence wouldn't have been noted in this place that she's unfamiliar to. So she'll walk down to the bottom of the stairs and go, Billy, I'm here to take you home.
And what you see in front of you, sitting in the chair, you see a man in a long black coat with, the shock of white through his brown hair sitting in this throne. And you see next to him, you see this gaunt-faced, pale Billy that's just kind of sitting next to him. And he just like looks over to you cautiously.
Sorry, I didn't really mean to interrupt whatever's happening here. But Billy's coming home with me now.
No. He's gonna stay right here. Isn't that right, Billy?
And Billy just kind of nods his head furiously. And the man who talked to you, you see his eyes kind of flash this yellowish color around like basically the rims of his eyes or rims of his pupils.
You're here early.
Excuse me?
Are you hard of hearing? You're here early.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize I had an appointment to keep.
No. It was inevitable. There, you've left them.
Okay, well, then I'll be leaving earlier than you thought, too.
You can stay for a while.
I don't think so. I want to try and have her use her super speed to run forward and grab Billy. And then dip.
Roll me and unleash your powers.
Please be good to me. Please be good to me. It's freak, isn't it?
Unleash your powers is freak, I believe.
Freak.
It's a 7.
7. So describe to me again what you wanted to do.
I want her to like race forward, like almost like in her phase way, and like just kind of jump forward, like phase forward in speed, grab Billy, and then like give a little 2-fingered salute, and then dip back.
So as you phase forward, you grab Billy, and as you turn, I mean, you're still recovering from the night before, and you feel your ankle kind of twist just a bit, and you feel a chain wrap around your ankle as Billy kind of spills out of your hands forward.
I told you. You'll not need it anytime soon.
And we're gonna cut to outside the portal.
Oh my god.
So pepperoni, everyone, or
And-
like, do we just?
And we see Lilac walk out of the portal, and she goes, I couldn't find him. I yelled and I looked around for him, and I don't know where this damn kid was.
Again, putting it out there, probably dead.
Riley, do you always? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where he is.
Do
Can I pierce the mask?
Can we
Anything
can I pierce the
different.
mask?
I also pierced the mask.
I say that because regardless of injury or disappointment, I think Riley always believes that Lilac has the energy to diss him, but like just giving up is very suspicious to him.
Go ahead, everybody can pierce the mask.
Nathira is just not trustworthy of black holes. Y'all gonna run with that one? Oh, shut the hell up. Yo.
Mundane, right?
10.
13. It's mundane, right?
Yes.
3. I'm marking
Mundane.
potential.
Okay,
You
yeah,
mark
13.
potential. Okay,
I
so
don't
what
even
are you?
feel something slightly different. She was inside me.
Nope, you feel nothing. It's almost like that space isn't yours.
Mm,
Stop it.
What are your questions, my friends?
oh yeah, I forgot
You rolled high on pierce the mask.
I want like what happened. I guess what happened in there.
Okay.
How many do I get? I get 3.
You get,
You get
Yeah,
2.
yeah,
You
get 3. Both of you get 3.
What happened in there? What are you really planning, and who are you?
Okay. All right. Nathira, what are your questions? I'm assuming it'll all be related. So, just gonna try to hit them all in one. fell swoop.
Does Lilac look like she's telling the truth? That's the only question, because Nathira's thinking about trying, like, she doesn't even have 3 questions. It's just like, are you actually telling the truth? Are you okay?
Okay.
How do
So-
we kill you?
So the two of you,
We
the
don't
two of you assess Lilac, and there is something off about Lilac. It's in the eyes, where it just doesn't like. she's got this kind of fierceness to her eyes, right? She has this fierceness to her eyes. But they look just ever so slightly different and ever so slightly softer than normal. And your other question, Rally, was what are you planning, right? Or
What are you planning, and like, who are you?
and she looks at you both and she goes, "Is there a problem?"
No, I just was really worried about you.
I mean, I just walked through
I'm
a
just
black
glad you're
hole.
here. And Nathira is gonna give her a huge hug.
I want to try to stop
And-
Nithira.
N-
I don't know if I can. I see you lunging at
I mean,
them.
she'll try to get out of your way. She's gonna try to give her a hug.
And she's gonna kind of shunt away from the hug and be like, "Why are you hugging me?"
But I still get a hug her.
Yeah, I mean, Rally, you can kind of
Yeah.
get your hands near her. Like,
I just
"Why
kind of
are
like
you
have a
hugging me?"
hand on her, just like, wait.
I'm gonna unleash my powers and try to get into her memory and manipulate it.
Okay, roll me and unleash your
I'm trying
powers.
2 things. Fuck! And I don't have influence because it's not luck! Okay, I'm using my 2 lucky dice. I'm using the tentacle one, and then this other nice little one.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck. I got 10
Okay,
plus
So-
2, 12.
so you latch on and you feel yourself enter enter their mind, and suddenly you are on this stone platform in front of a stone throne, and you see a wrapped up lilac in chains.
Nithira. Not so here quite. That's fine. Your friend could use some company. So, yeah.
And we see Nathira hug, and then pull back. "Sorry, I just wanted to give you a hug."
Oh, shit!
All right, so plan A didn't work. What's plan B, guys?
By that point, I don't know if I have it in me to roll another Pierce the Mask. So he's
This is going
Riley's gonna
so
like
wrong
interpose
so
himself
fast.
between the two of them and just be like, something seems off. Just stay back for a little bit, okay?
Okay, Rally.
What happened in there? So you just walked in and found nothing.
I walked in and I couldn't get anywhere. It was just a blank space. There was nobody in there. So I don't know if you didn't do it right, Alea, or something, but it wasn't. Billy wasn't in there.
I don't know how to do it right. It just happens.
Well, you should think about that before you eat someone.
Black holes are very complicated. Science
I
doesn't
didn't
even
mean
understand them yet.
to. You're the reason that it happened.
I'm the reason.
Yes, if you hadn't gone off on your own and damn near gotten yourself killed, then I wouldn't have done that.
Okay,
I'm
Erevan,
sorry.
let's go.
Lilac, I'm sorry.
And Erevan just kind of gives you a look and goes, guess I'll see y'all at school. And Erevan leaves with Lilac.
I didn't mean that, Rally.
It's okay, Alea. You stood up for yourself. That's really good.
No, Nathira, I didn't stand up for myself. Thank you, though. You're always so positive, and I just.
Well, I just think it's it's nice. It's good to be nice to people.
Mm.
Yeah, shame she didn't learn that lesson.
Rally, what are we supposed to do next?
Well, we got 3/4 of the team. That's something, right?
I think it's 3/5. Don't forget Erevan.
No, but he left. There's only
You said 3/4. 3/4.
Oh. I don't know math.
Yeah, I did your homework.
Yeah. So wait, did Alea tell us everything that the no?
No.
That the person told us? No.
No.
Ah, damn it. I'm specifically probing to see if I know the information about like them making like villains and heroes to like fight.
I told you that they knew that the children would have like a spark for power, but I didn't tell you they were making them. But I will give you the opportunity to pierce the mask, or outside of that, just like now that Lilac's not gone, see if I'm more comfy.
Yes, I'll do that because there's something I want to do that requires that information. Nope, never mind. That's oh no, wait. 8?
8? Yeah, it'll do it.
What are you hiding?
What specifically do you say? Is it just what are you hiding? I'm sorry, I'm like backseat DMing right now.
No, I want to say a little more subtle than that, but it'd be like, what? Is there anything else that... I forgot her name. The scary red person
Avon?
told you? Avon? Is there anything else that Avon told you? Other than the superheroes and the children happening?
Well, yes. Actually, she said that they're making them. That, there was somebody who was controlling everything and was making them both heroes and villains, and it was, I don't know, it sounded like a conspiracy theory, and I just think she needs help.
She seems a little unhinged.
Jonathan pipes up and he goes, "It sounds like she was just trying to mess with you." Yeah, that sounds great. How could you make villains and heroes?
She believed it so much, and she has to be sick or something.
Maybe she needs a nap.
Yeah.
Like the eternal kind, or like the
Rally, that's my sister.
No.
I don't know that.
Rally.
Never mind. Nathir, can you do me a favor and go get my stash of comics from the you know where it is, right?
Mm-hmm. Can I talk to you for a second, Rally? I mean, like, you have like no reason to suspect Nathira.
I guess there's something I really want to. I want to.
And she takes you by the hand and gives you a look in the eyes and just like pulls you along, leaving just Jonathan and Alea.
Do you want to? Oh no, this is a private conversation. I'll be back.
One second.
I'll be back.
And Nathira pulls you like upstairs into the comic book shop. Yes, Alea.
Okay, Nathira has never acted that confident before in front of me to like be like, yeah, let me pull someone aside.
This would have taken 5 more hours.
Because I have historical proof that can support my points. Because Nathira didn't even push Alea away when she specifically only requested Lilac to be in that bathroom. So it would be very rare that if she needed to say something, that she would purposely drag someone out instead of just waiting for an opportunity where they were alone or secretly safe. So can I pierce the mask?
Go for it.
Oh fucking god. Okay. That is a 10.
Okay, what are you gonna ask?
I am going to ask, what are you really planning? What do you intend to do? And how could I get your character to not leave with Rally?
So, how do you call out to Nathira?
Hey, Nathira?
Yeah?
sorry, I know this might sound silly, but I really don't want to be alone right now. Can you I'm sorry, it's just Lilac just left and I don't.
We'll be right back. I just gotta talk to Riley about something.
I'll run up
She leans in. She goes, "We kissed last night, and I just wanted to talk to him about it, if that's okay."
She's saying this in front of Jonathan too?
No, she leaned in to whisper to you.
Oh, she leaned in to whisper. Oh,
I just don't know. I just wanted to talk to him about it.
I get it. I get it. Can we kind of I really hate to do this, but can we kind of focus on me for a second? I'm sorry, that's a silly thing to ask, but I just.
And you see Nithira's face, who has this normal kind of either cheery or anxious look, fall to this kind of like neutral look.
You're always too smart for your own good.
And as the camera begins to pan back, you know what? No, we're not going to end with a cutscene tonight. We're not going to end with a post-credit scene tonight.
Come on!
Thank you all so much for joining us for episode 8
Absolute
of Heroes of
quit.
Bastion.
Quit.
We'll be back in 2 weeks with episode 9.
No.
Thank you so much to Hamasama-kun as Rally. Thank you so much to Caminator, the animator, as Alea. Thank you, Relentless, as Lilac. And thank you so much to D&D Imposter as Nithira. I've been Alec the Bard, your game master, and we will see y'all next time.